We've been sold a lie that if we aren't moving, we just need more discipline. We're told to white-knuckle our way through the day, to grind through the resistance, and to force ourselves through the wall. But here's the truth. Discipline is expensive. It is a violent act of pushing against yourself rather than moving with yourself. And that constant internal friction is exactly why you're burning out. Think about what discipline actually does. Every time you force yourself to act while your body is screaming no, you burn neurological fuel. You're depleting your dopamine and stressing your nervous system just to override your own signals. This creates what we call resistance debt. You aren't clearing the resistance, you're just compressing it further. You're taking a spring and pushing it down with all your might. It looks like you're under control, but under the surface, the tension is extreme. Eventually, the bill comes due. Burnout isn't laziness. It's your body shutting down because it can't keep ignoring the tension you've been forcing yourself past. There is a fundamental difference between forcing and converting. Forcing is pushing against a closed door. Converting is realizing the door is already heavy with energy and you just need to change the direction of the flow. When you stop using willpower and start using neutral awareness, the action becomes effortless. Not because the task is easy, but because you've stopped fighting your own biology. You don't need a stronger engine. You need to take your foot off the brake. Most of us think we need to feel ready or inspired or disciplined before we can start. We treat our emotions like a weather report that determines whether or not we can go outside. But your emotions are not a barrier, they are a sensation. If you feel heavy, that heaviness is just potential energy that hasn't been directed yet. If you feel stuck, stop trying to be more disciplined. Stop trying to be stronger. Instead, try this. Notice the heaviness. Stay with the sensation without the narrative of I'm failing or I'm lazy. Just feel the physical weight. The moment you stop treating your resistance as an enemy and start seeing it as stored energy, the burnout cycle ends. You'll find that you can move with the weight rather than waiting for it to disappear. The goal isn't to become a machine that never feels resistance. The goal is to become a person who knows exactly what to do when resistance shows up. You don't need permission from your mood to be productive. You don't need to negotiate with your brain for 3 hours before you open your laptop. Most of us are exhausted, not because we're doing too much, but because we're fighting ourselves while we do it. We are spending 90% of our energy on the internal debate and only 10% on the actual work. Imagine what you could accomplish if you redirected that 90% into motion. If you're tired of the force and crash cycle and you want the full 28-day breakdown of how to move without the push, I've put the link to the R.E.F. Resistance Energy Forward guide in the description below. It's not a motivational manual or a book on how to try harder. It's a mechanical look at how to unlock the energy you're already holding. If you're ready to stop negotiating and start moving, you'll find the code right there.